We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39. The world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
Hey everybody, Doug here from the Frog News Network, getting ready prepping for our show tonight, but I wanted to send out this quick video to you guys about the Grow Live Academy. It's how we started live streaming. We had no idea what we were doing. I bought Ken's course and we literally went from zero to now. When we stream, the last stream we did, we had 5,500 people on the stream. Unbelievable. And here's a screenshot to show you guys. And the one before that, we had 4,000 people on the stream, and here's a screenshot of that as well. But I want to tell you how great the course is, because it taught us all about business, not only live stream. There's so many other things, the equipment you'll need to live stream, different titles to get live streams going, how not to be shy in front of the camera, how to speak correctly, all the things you need to do to grow your business and just crush your competition. The value is outstanding with the Grow Live Academy. I'd like to thank Ken Walls and everybody associated with the Grow Live Academy. They've helped grow my show into this great thing now, and I feel like I'm touching and helping so many people. So I recommend it 110%. The value of what you get is incredible. Thank you, Ken, not only my coach, but also my friend. Thank you so much, Ken. All right, guys, we're live on the air. Mike is on the road. We'll do some call outs. The show might be a little different for you guys tonight. We have some intel, but it's going to be a little bit different. You'll see as we go along. Mike, you can't see, correct?
I cannot see. No, sir.
Okay, I'll do the call outs, brother. You all know that Mike's there, okay? All right. Rhode Island in the house. Welcome to the show. Branson, Missouri. Welcome to the show. New Jersey Beaches. Welcome to the show. Glendale, Arizona. Welcome to the show. Florida, welcome to the show. Durham, North Carolina in the house. Oklahoma in the house. Florida in the house. Mooresville, North Carolina in the house. Detroit, Motown, Rock City. There you go. Jay-Z in the house. Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Indiana in the house. We love our Froggy Nights. And just to let you know, we got plenty of moderators, couple dozen in there for all you haters. We love you too. Florida in the house. Ohio in the house. Another Florida, South Florida, Pennsylvania on a lily pad. I love it. Williamsburg, Virginia in the house. It moved before I could click on it. Indiana in the house. Warrington, Missouri. New Jersey in the house. Tennessee in the house. Texas in the house. Jacksonville, Florida. You're live with Mike and Doug. Trucking through Missouri. Welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug. Indianapolis in the house. Oklahoma in the house. Boston in the house. You play ball in the street with the guys. Kentucky. Indiana in the house.
Indianapolis was in the hot seat yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that too. Kentucky, Virginia, Paris, Texas in the house. Key West, Florida in the house. I'll be down in Florida next week. I don't even know what that says. Georgia in the house. South Texas. Welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug. Kentucky again. Concord, North Carolina. NASCAR. Kansas in the house. Louisiana. Hampton, Tennessee. Thailand in the house. Thailand? Wow. California, welcome to the show. All right, guys. Israel in the house, Mike. Area 52.
Wow.
They say they love Doug and Mike. We love you back, right, Mike?
Absolutely, and then some.
Rochester, New York. Scully in the house. San Antonio, Texas. I used to go to a little town called Hondo right outside of there and visit a friend. Ontario, Canada in the house. Joplin, Missouri in the house. Frogs, Daytona, Ohio in the house. Welcome to the show. We love our Froggy Nights. That'll be the next shirt, guys. It'll have big letters and say Froggy Nights with a frog. We got a new graphic designer going to make us some shirts. And by the way, great news. The website is up. Let me throw that link in there for you, and we'll be upgrading it as we go. But the website is live now. Mike has seen it. It looks amazing, to be honest with you. We're going to get some things back in there, and it's going to look more amazing. Pensacola for you. Tri-Cities in the house. Phoenix, Arizona in the house. Hampton, Tennessee. Savage, Minnesota in the house. Hit the like button. Thank you. South Carolina in the house. So let's get things rolling tonight.
Let me start us off, Doug.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Doug, I just want everybody to know the stuff we're about to share with them is because we're winning on so many fronts. Guys, it is a positive thing we're getting ready to share with you. And when I say we're winning on so many fronts, it's not just me and Doug. It's all of you too. Guys, the stuff that comes out of the Frog News Network and several other shows is all to benefit the patriots that are wanting to see this battle through to the end where God wins and we can tell the story. We can tell the story not only from having it being told and things kept back, but from total transparency. And that's what we're going to start with tonight. Doug, go ahead and fire it up.
All right. So as we get bigger, there's going to be a lot more people trying to come against us. You guys just realize that. So what I thought would be good on the show tonight is to be as transparent as we could to me and Mike with you before you hear this or hear that about us, and just be transparent about our lives. Okay, I'll run it back to when I was 9 years old. I grew up in Long Island, New York, okay? Grew up as a Roman Catholic, and we moved to Virginia. After we moved to Virginia, my daddy worked at the shipyard. I went to school here, and I didn't attend church after that, but I still believed in God. As I go further on into my life, in my adult years, I probably was a partier up till I was about 25 years old, didn't care much about nothing, and lived at home, kind of worked a little bit at Newport News Shipyard. after that, I went on my own. I got married. I was married for 7 years. I'm divorced, and what a beautiful woman she is. Has my child that's 35 years old. We're still good friends today. I talk to my daughter all the time. Um, and as we go past that, I got in trouble drinking and driving 3 different times. And I was walking for 10 years, didn't have a license, but I kept working. I poured concrete for a living. I made good money. I got my license back. And within 3 months, I was driving tractor trailers, and I did that for 6 years. Drove tractor trailers across this great country and got to see so many beautiful things from the Mexican border all the way into Canada. After I retired from driving trucks, I started selling cars. And then after that, I'm trying to think as I go along here. I moved into the house I'm in, and I know this is kind of fast, but I think 11 or 12 years ago, and I've been here ever since. I owned a business selling sunglasses for about 8 years on the side of the road. I was the sunglass guy. When the economy crashed, I had to find something new and reinvent myself. And that's where I met Mike. We were in some opportunities, as we call them, in line, and that's how we got to meet. Um, I believe I got saved about 15 years ago. I believe in God. I believe in Christ. I believe in, the Bible. Okay. That's who I am. Okay. My family is from, my dad's family is from Ukraine. My mom and dad are from Ireland. I mean, my mom is from Ireland. My dad is from Ukraine. So that's how the Catholic part came to it. But I just wanted to get all that out because as we grow, you're going to hear other things, but this is the true story. And that's who I am. And I've known Mike for 5 or 6 years, and we decided to start the show to get the word out about what's going on. And tonight you'll probably hear some other things, but Mike, if you want to go next, or you want to ask me any more questions about who I am or anything I've done, you're more than welcome to, and I'll be as transparent as possible. I'll be transparent.
Doug, I think there'll come a time when we can throw a couple questions at your transparency, and but right now is not one of them. I think you went and covered it very well, and I thank you for that. And Doug being transparent is letting you know that the devil is upon us. Okay, the devil's always going to take a last ditch effort to ruin the work of God. Okay, and that's the only way it can be described at this point. Guys, we had no inclination when we started live streaming, 6-7 months ago, about 7 months ago, that it was going to be this. So for me to be transparent, guys, I grew up in North Carolina. I've never moved out of North Carolina. Church wasn't a big thing in our family. My mom was Catholic. My dad was an alcoholic. That was his religion. I don't think they were bad people, but they were certainly dysfunctional. We had a lot of dysfunctional love in our family growing up. And, I had several times, to choose the fork in the road I was going to go down. And sometimes I would choose the wrong one and sometimes I wouldn't. It wasn't until about 8 years ago that I met my spiritual parents. Guys, the people who helped me come to God in a way, that I never was thought possible. And when David, my spiritual father, told me that God loved me no matter what I've done, as long as I do the proper things to rectify them and bring them forthright, that I would be healed and saved. And that's the Jesus did for us. And guys, I don't know if you can see, I'm definitely in the dark. It's dark where I'm at. But my lip quivers every time I think about how much I'm loved by God, my creator. And that's what my life goes in, is God first, family, work, and you guys. So, I've not done everything right in my life. I've not done everything wrong in my life. I've just tried to live my life to be one that helps others have a better life because they've known me. and that's what I've learned from my spiritual parents and somewhat from my grandparents as well. But that's me in a nutshell. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them. I know I can tell you this: we're getting so many messages from y'all during the day that we hopefully can get back to them all, but we can't always get back to them all. All right, but if you hang tight, eventually we'll stumble across all of them and reach out to you. Some of you are on the X39 teams, and we're able to X39 team, and we're able to build a little bit of a relationship, a deeper relationship with you beyond the show here, and that's great. And we look forward to trying to do that with as many of you as you can. And as we grow, we're going to have these attacks against us. All right. Just know that that's the work of the devil.
Absolutely.
Okay. With that being said, Doug, let's get the show started.
Okay, so I got one more person that said something pertaining to my family, so I'm going to address it. Somebody said it, well, I thought your daughter thought you was, crazy and would not talk to you. That doesn't mean I don't text her and still tell her I love her. I am still in connection with my daughter. I might not see her every day, but we're still father and daughter, okay? And nothing ever can stop that bond, and nothing is ever going to stop me from being in touch with her. I still text her, whether I get results. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'll address that I'm being completely transparent. That's the honest to God truth. So with that being said,
let me piggyback that real quick, Doug. You bring up a very good point that I was having with the Telegram group earlier today. Guys, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, okay? But if people think that you're crazy because you're telling the truth, or you don't have a full-blown source, a place to send them for them to see it with their own eyes, and they still think you're crazy, it's a lack of faith, okay? It's a huge lack of faith, because this is God's war, good versus evil. This is the war God told us about for many years, for many generations. Okay? They have a lack of faith, and letting them people call you crazy and you not talking about their lack of faith is going to be bad on you, because we don't see by sight, we see by faith. When we tell you somebody's in Gitmo, I don't need to show you a picture. God told me that person was in Gitmo. That's why I'm telling you. Let's call God crazy a few times and see how it ends up for us. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, Mike. Almost everybody in the chat's agreeing with us. Faith, thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for being transparent. So let me say this after we told our little stories, because there seems to be a little confusion. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I made a video and used one word wrongly, and it started a bunch of chatter that's absolutely not true. I made a video and said, my new partner, Tim, and I forgot to use the word our new partner, has turned into the biggest, craziest thing that you'd ever hear from Mike. Mike is 50-50 partner with me in this. We are both partners in this, what we do. So don't believe everything you hear. Mike, would you agree? You're my 50-50 partner and everything's just fine?
Wholeheartedly.
Thank you very much. I wanted to get that out of the way because it's very important to me, because I just only want to go down that road. But Mike is my partner. We're in this together. We're not splitting up, no matter what you guys want to try to put in people's heads. I apologize for saying I instead of we, but we have a new man that's helping us. It's Tim. We do. Okay. I'm going to Florida, not because Mike wasn't invited. Mike has a store to take care of and other stores. He went on vacation this week. He had every opportunity to go, just like I did. Right, Mike?
Absolutely. And I've got a couple managers on vacation next week, so I'll be covering the storefronts for them while they go on their vacation, just as they've done for me this week.
No demonic spirit's going to stop this show. No evil is going to stop this show. No, as it grows, and we are growing. And that's something we kind of agreed not to talk much about anymore. and show off numbers and stuff. It's not about that. It's about bringing y'all together with the Spirit of God, because just like we know, two people together is like the power of 11. So if we sit here in this chat and we got 4,000 people, how many people do we have in the power of Christ at that time? So not all the time that I try to get the message as best as I can, but people will, it's just like the news. They can have the same story, but people seem to be able on the news to tell it 10 different ways. The only thing that you need to know is me and Mike are 50-50 partners. He's not going anywhere. We're in this ride together. We're keeping both hands inside so we don't get hurt, because this ride's going crazy right now. But we are together. There's nobody gonna stop what's coming, so to speak, and there's nobody that's going to bring us down. And we're waiting. We got a guest coming on the show, but we'll keep talking until he gets here to set some things straight. And you'll see exactly what we're alluding to and why we came out with this and being so transparent. But I'm not going to say the words. I'm going to let somebody else say them. Some of you might know where it's going. Some of you might not. But I'm not going to say anything because somebody else is going to expose all this. But Mike, what do you got for as intel, bud, or what do you want to talk about until our guest shows up?
I mean, we all got perfect proof, guys. Our intel, is basically we spent a lot of yesterday evening cleaning up some of the verification of the stuff that we do have and that we can share and that we can't share. And, Indiana was a big boom yesterday because it made it onto the mainstream because of the manhole covers being the way that they were, exploding on the street, the fire department being called. It made it onto local news. It made it onto the mainstream news. So, guys, you got to know that the Alliance, the military is out there doing their thing. Okay? That they are out there doing their thing, and they're doing it tenfold. There's so many different operations going on that it is hard to keep up with them all and keep them all verified, and pray for those folks that are out there doing them as well. So, I'll ask that, at the end of the show tonight, when we all get off after our prayer and Doug's little spiel at the end, that we all say a prayer for the folks that are out there carrying out these operations, saving our children and ending the evil through the hands of God. So Indiana was a big boom yesterday.
Tell them what happened in Indiana, Mike.
Well, the Dumbs got taken out at the boys club. Okay. One of the biggest child trafficking areas in the city, in Indianapolis. Okay. And the boys club caught on fire. Several manhole covers popped up. The covers popped up into the street, and flames and ash and stuff, debris came out of the manhole cover. And, the city was alerted, obviously, when something like that happened. And, those of us that know, really what's going on, know that was the dumb cleanup. The rods of God were put into action, and that dumb was cleaned up, and it set the boys club on fire. The reason why I set the boys club on fire, guys, is it goes way deeper than just child trafficking. It has to do with the border as well. A lot of these kids that are getting brought in through the border are getting taken to these boys clubs and stuff like that under the guise of housing, and they're being child trafficked from there. They're not only being child trafficking from there, they're also being child trafficked by the city, child protective services and
churches that supposedly
right.
I imagine the former vice president could tell us all about it in Indiana.
I'm sure he can,
if he was alive to speak about it. But yeah, and here's just a picture.
If they let me close enough, he's gonna have more to worry about than one black guy.
So look, I'm looking at a picture today, and this is off topic a little bit, and it's showing in 1917 there were electric cars. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. There's no money in electric cars in 1917. The Rockefellers were making all their money off gasoline. They had just discovered it years before that, because at first he was kerosene, right? That's how Rockefeller made all his money. And through the making of kerosene, the waste was gasoline. They didn't even realize it at first. Then they realized it would run machines. And then they realized it would run cars. there was no money, but there was no money in electric cars, so they got rid of them. That's interesting. If you don't know that, you can look that up. That the electric car listed was around in 1917, and then it just disappeared until what, 20 years ago. I mean, crazy, crazy stuff that is going on. So about let's say 45's birthday, I don't know what's about to happen and when's going to happen. Our intel's a little scattered right now as far as what's going on. But I've heard behind the scenes that all the banks across seas had to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, not to talk about the quantum banking system, because actually they've already been funded. And rumor has it, allegedly, that's the new big word, allegedly, that goes into effect Tuesday. We'll see if that happens or not. Also, unless they changed it, that let me see. Now he says he can't do it till tomorrow night. So we'll just have to keep going what we got, Mike. So he won't be on tonight. But you know who I'm talking about. So now he says he can't do it till tomorrow. What the hell? So we'll just have to keep going what we got, Mike. So let me cut that off. That's the other YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And it has a Christy wants everybody to know that the Angel Warriors got taken down, and they're working on getting a new YouTube channel up, and they're also trying to get up back on Facebook as well. So we wish them well, and I'll do everything I can to help her get a new channel up on YouTube. And it takes 24 hours, and then you can start streaming again. So I think she got suspended for a week. That's why you haven't seen them on. But anyway, she wanted me to mention that for you guys. There you go, a little bit. But, I would say if we're going to talk about, the God thing, it's you got to keep your faith up right now more than anything. Guys, if you want intel, there's just not a lot of it right now.
Well, there is a lot of it, but it's like you said, Doug, it's not clarified, and it's not clear. Okay. It's cloudy. It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Okay. I mean, I don't know how other way to put it. We could put, there's the ladies are working their butts off in the Telegram group, putting stuff in the group every hour of every day. And I tell you, I applaud them in their hard work and their efforts. Guys, all that stuff that you see in the Intel group can be overwhelming. And what we all want to know is the question to the answers that are going to lead us to tomorrow, where this stuff is done. Okay. There's only a handful of people, if that, in the world that know that. Okay. To know when this is going to be done. But I can tell you that we're closer and closer every single day. I mean, Doug's got some intel about where 19 is and who's with him and what's being done.
Yeah, okay, I'll go. But
it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs, isn't it, Doug?
There's nothing set in stone, and everybody's got to know that things change.
It's fluid.
It's fluid. But the information I gave you about the NDAs is verified from about 3 different people. That's what we like to do. This information I'm about to give you was only verified by one person, so take it with a grain of salt. The reason Air Force One took off with the call sign Air Force One for the first time ever is because 45 was on the plane along with James Woods, and they're actually filming over at the G7. And if you've seen today, and I should have downloaded the video of Biden inspecting the troops at Windsor Castle, or supposedly at Windsor Castle. Since when does Windsor Castle have artificial turf? Never. It's natural grass. All the troops that he inspected when they marched, it looked like a bunch of 8th graders. They weren't in straight lines. They were all crooked. You follow what I'm saying? And they would have never walked. They never would have walked on artificial turf. That was to show you, look, it's fake grass, fake. Next to the stage to the left, a plant cut in the letter Q. I put that in the Telegram group earlier, and if you'd like, I'd share it again. I encourage you to go to Yahoo News and look up Biden inspecting the troops. And there's about a 2-minute video that shows how crooked they were marching. Do you know that them soldiers over there are trained just like the guys at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, or one of the elite that do the marching for our country? Them guys don't make mistakes. Them guys are very, it's very mechanical, everything they do. They would never be out of step like that. They would never be crooked like that. That would never, ever happen. That's supposed to be their best of their best. But we're dealing with a fake, so they want to show it's fake. I heard he was looking at some other troops. I don't know if you correct me. Was it from Australia? None of them had name tags on or ranks on either. He was speaking to them. Our troops, I did see some name tags from the other day, but with the other troops he was speaking to that the other day, no name tags from the other country whatsoever. Them are just actors wearing military gear. And why do you need extra lights set up, okay, at Windsor Castle to film that? Because you could see there was stage lights. The rumor has it that the pro soccer team was mad as hell because they was all at the soccer stadium and they wouldn't let nobody in. That's where they filmed it and CGI'd the back to it. That's why the ground looks and is artificial turf. That was all CGI'd. They were not at Windsor Castle. Okay, all that was done at the soccer stadium. Isn't that what you heard, Mike?
That's exactly what I heard. I not only heard it, I saw it on CBS. Now that
CBS said that they were complaining, so they can't even, the pro soccer players couldn't even get in the stadium because everybody told to get out while they filmed, and nobody could be in there watching anything they were doing. So you know that the fakery hasn't stopped. The lies haven't stopped. And you might not be exposed to the lies on us tonight, but you will be exposed to them very soon. And know that, people are going to keep coming after us. And that's okay, because we're not going to give up on you guys. We're not going to give up on the country. We're not going to quit praying that God's in charge. You got to know that this is demonic, man. It's Satanism that's coming after us. And
there is video
not with us are going to seem, some people that are going to be exposed are going to seem like good people, but they're really not good people. And you're going to be able to see that real shortly.
There is video, guys, in the Telegram group of the satanic cult rituals going on at the G7 as well. They got all the Walking Dead there.
They're doing it at the beach in front of 5-year-olds.
Right. It's a true zombie apocalypse.
It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. And know that this is about Arizona, and I'll just say this: Wisconsin, Georgia, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, South Carolina, and Mississippi have all visited Arizona to find out exactly how they're doing the forensic stuff. I'm just reading it right off Whiplash's page right now. I can't speak no more to it because I don't want to get us in trouble, even mention the name, but you know exactly what they're doing there, right? Why would all these other states send their election teams, their teams over there to inspect what they were doing?
And I'm going to dive further without calling out any names. I'm going to dive a little further without calling out any states or names, but a lot of those states that were mentioned and a lot more of the counties in those states have already conducted their forensic audit. Okay, guys, it's just a matter of time before that one audit is released. And when it does, you'll see the domino effect. It'll be so fast and overwhelming.
I'm getting word that, and we probably already heard this, that Fauci's assistant doctor, that lady doctor, has been arrested. Another thing, if you can go look this up for yourself, guys, trust us, but do your own investigational work. Look it up. Go to DuckDuckGo. Look up Nancy Pelosi on the Sunday talk shows today. Tell me if you think that's her. That's all I'm going to ask you. The reason they know when they're hiding it's not her, when they put the scarf on her neck, because her double or her clone is 30 years younger. and doesn't have a turkey neck. That's why they put the scarf on her neck and usually giant sunglasses on her. But in the studio, they couldn't hide that today. And it's so apparent that it's not her. It's beyond stupid fake. You know what I mean? Just go. I encourage you just to look her up and watch it. You make your own decision. We don't try to convince you anything on our show, right, Mike? We just ask you to go do your own research and put it in your head for what you think it is. We do research. We go over and look at the stuff. Then you go look at it and you make your own decision whether you think that, you know, that'll, if that hits the wall, will it stick, right, Mike?
Absolutely, guys. I mean, if you just think about it, how easy it is to go to a DuckDuckGo or alternate browser and search engine to an alternate search engine and pull up the Queen visit from 2012 and watch the marching and stuff compared to today, and you'll see the difference. And you can show people without being called crazy how crazy it is that they're putting this shit on TV. It's absurd.
Oh, you cursed. You're a bad man.
Oh boy.
You're going to hear all about that. We're not perfect, but we pray for God's forgiveness every day.
The longer this goes, guys, the more absurdity you're going to see out of them. You know, there's a lot of scuttlebutt. There's a lot of scuttlebutt in our illegitimate Congress, invoking the 25th Amendment again. Okay, that's not being passed around a lot, but it's being said behind the scenes. You know, and then everybody wants to know if Heels Up will be next in line or Piglozy. No, in the original Constitution that we're going back to, once the Republic is fully saved, and it is, that we're going back to, it's the Senate choice to name an interim president. Right. Okay, and they've already stated they would name Grassley. All right, that's why his name keeps popping up.
Come on, guys. I'm having to throw people out of the chat. Where's my mods at? You can't let people use them kind of words. Please catch them people if you can. Thank you. But anyways, yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to keep up with the chat there, Mike.
Yes, Hillary has a double as well. They leaked the story from 2016 when she actually passed. Okay. Where she passed at, the local news network leaked, told the story, and it was all been covered up until just recently when they're starting to leak it more and more. So there is a double for her.
I think Grassley will play a big part in what's about to happen, guys.
Yes. You got to understand, the ones that we're seeing every day have a role, guys. They have a role to play. Okay. We're seeing their names for a reason.
I'm just reading the chat a little bit. Guys, you can ask some questions if you like. The show probably won't go hour and a half tonight because they're just in a lot of intel. We wanted to come out and be transparent with you. We're waiting on a little bit more information on what we were going to release tonight. That's what I was told when my buddy messaged me. So that might be on tomorrow night's show. So I don't want to say much more about that.
A lot of people have been asking me about the 10 days of darkness, guys. I think the 10 days of darkness is predominantly more about the darkness of the media, all media platforms, including social media and the mainstream, versus the power going out in all the world or just the United States or whatever. I think we'll see power outages, but I think that's where they'll have remaining operations going on. And it'll be brief.
Somebody asked who Grassley is. He's a senior Republican senator on the Republican side, right, Mike?
Yes. He's the only Republican to speak out against the Republican Party, too. So there's a lot of truth coming out of his mouth.
I'll keep talking, Mike. I'm typing. Sorry, I'm typing our contact back.
Yes, if the big event happens this week, if it happens this week, I believe Grassley will be the interim president before Trump comes back. Yes. The the other thing is to guys is to if you have family in and around the Washington D.C. area, have them go to the White House or the Capitol building and see what's going on. It's plain to see no activity has been going on there like it's supposed to. The grounds are unkept. The weeds are overgrowing stuff. We're reaching the final days of those things being a part of our government.
Yes, sir. Hey, thanks for everybody coming over, checking out the new website. I'll throw the link in there again. There have been over 100 people went and looked at it already. Don't worry, guys. Mike's going to be bringing up in charge of the newsletter we're going to put out, and we're going to give some other special things away. So continue to subscribe, and we'll get back to you. It might be a week or so before we get the first newsletter out, but we're very excited about where things are headed, and we're absolutely headed in the right direction.
God has ordered our steps, guys, and we're doing the best we can to be obedient to those orders. And as it unfolds, it's going to be an amazing tale, not because of the Frog News Network, Doug or Mike, but because of all of us in our unity through Christ. Okay, it's going to be an amazing thing for us to see and tell in generations to come. It really is.
Mike, I hate to interrupt somebody. That's a good question. Now, where is that Durham report, or is it even really real?
The Durham report is very real. Will we see any of it? That remains to be seen. Guys, they're blocking as much of it as they can every single day with the last few weapons they have left. Okay. And to force it out there at this moment in time would be an untimely thing, considering God's timing is it's just not the same as ours. And when it's time, it will happen. We can tell you that we have verified that he's convened over 100 grand juries already. It is a very big scope. It is a very big scope.
So Tim just messaged me and said he'll be with us in a minute, but the thing we were going to talk about, we're going to hold off, but he wants to still come on. So we're going to let Bonafide come on with us. He'd be with us in a minute. He said he's getting close to his house, coming back from where he was on vacation all weekend. There a little bit, I seen her on. She's explaining what happened. A little bit got hit by YouTube and Facebook. I'll say it once again. And they got barred for a week. They can't put videos out, but I'm going to work with her tomorrow and get on there, help her get on her computer and create some new channels and back up Facebook stuff and everything. It's just something you got to learn in this business. It's unfortunate, but that's the way things go.
Nothing can stop what's coming, Doug.
Nope. Let me know if I can send you out. No. I don't want any samples of coffee. Where's Jeff B? Jeff B is a guest that comes on our show about maybe once a week, twice on good weeks, but he's a guest. He's not a regular on our show because Jeff goes on a lot of other shows as well, doesn't he, Mike?
Yes, sir. He does.
He stays busy. He'll tell you straight up, I don't want to run my own stuff, but I like going on people's shows. So he's probably somewhere right now on somebody's show. It's just not ours, guys.
And Jeff has some intel and some views of things that are way different than a lot of what we get. And we're grateful that he does choose to join us when it's pertinent.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll shoot this. This is our website, guys. Just got it up and running today. As I figure it out tonight and tomorrow, I'll be uploading this show, yesterday's show, We have the ability to live stream directly to the website. So I'm not even ready to break that news, but when we decide to go live with somebody that we can't put on YouTube and Facebook, we can put them on our website. I just want more people to be subscribe to our website and know about our website. And I'll post it in the Telegram to where if we decide to go over there, you're not going to be able to chat, but you'll be able to get the direct information from the people that stream, that have the absolute truth right out of the horse's mouth, I would say. And you are going to be stone surprised who the people we're getting ready to get. That's why we're getting ready to be attacked. And we are being attacked is because we're getting the big names. And it's not because, because God wants it that way. I don't know how to put it no other way. You guys will see. It's all I can say is everything will be revealed. And can't say a whole lot more about it, but we'll know. All I can say is, I guess you've seen the little 3-second video, so get an idea.
There's a great message in the Telegram group from Senator Kelly Townsend. She says, can you hear me, Doug?
Yes, sir.
I keep hearing that we senators in Arizona are heroes for doing the A word. I just want to emphasize that we are only instruments of the public and respond to their loud demands. None of this would be happening without the pressure from you all. So I want to encourage those in the other states to lift your voice and demand daily that your state perform a forensic A word on your E word. Okay? Demand your rights are restored immediately. Demand indoctrination of your children in cultural Marxism end immediately. Demand medical freedom and privacy. You have the power. You are the heroes, and we thank you.
All will be revealed. You guys will see that. What I just can't really say. People are asking what it is. You will find out soon enough. Not on the guest about the things that will be exposed. You know what I mean? You'll find out what's going on. All lies will be revealed. The truth is going to come out, brother. Linwood is a truth teller. He speaks directly from God. You guys better know that. Any more questions while we're waiting on our guest to show up here? He said he was only minutes away from his house. He's returning from a long weekend. And if he'd like to talk about where he was, he certainly can. Yes, we know who the commander-in-chief really is. I think that's, pretty apparent to who is on right now. So you still there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. People are asking to post anything on the boys club in Tennessee that caught on fire. All that video, I'm sure, has been confiscated and taken down for right now. Y'all have to understand that a big part of this war is going to be cyber attacks, and the technocracy that's been fighting it, which we'll call Facebook and Yankee Tube and a couple of these big technology companies are part of the Mockingbird media and performing the censorship and those kind of things. The technocracy is where the New World Order also wanted us all to go. The AI, the artificial intelligence, and those things to be used against us, which they have used against us in a big time way. But, we seem to be not falling for it as much as we have. Kind of like the troop viewing today that Doug was talking about in the beginning. It's when you look at those things, Doug is right. He don't look for what's right. He looks for what's wrong, guys. And you'll become very aware of details, which is what matters, that stick out to you. Some of you may look at it and see regular grass. Doug and I look at it and we don't see regular grass.
Artificial turf. What does that mean? Fake grass. What does that mean? Fake. Name of the new website, the Frog News Network. There it is again, guys. Come on over and join us. I just got to update the videos. I just got hold of it this afternoon and have the control panel. So give me a day or two to learn everything. Hopefully tonight or first thing tomorrow, this will be up in there with some other videos as I update all of Rumble and BitChute, which takes 4 hours in some cases to upload one video. So I don't want to upload them directly to the website and eat up all the bandwidth up. But I think they did an awesome job on our website. It looks pretty cool.
Snowden being a white hat is a good question, guys. It remains to be seen. The jury's still out.
A couple hundred people already joined the new subscriber list on the website because it notifies me every time. That's pretty cool. And like I said, guys, we're just waiting on somebody to join. Let me see how far he is away now. Only a few minutes. As we wait patiently. And like we said earlier, we're going to continue to be, me and Mike, very transparent with you guys because we know when people have time to think about things, a lot of people like to try to add a little something and then the story gets twisted. Once again, I made a video and I said, I have a new partner and I should have used we have a new partner. Me and Mike are totally 50-50 partners in this, what we're doing right here. Being very transparent. I apologize. That was my fault for using I was very excited to be teamed up with Tim. You don't understand how big it is to be teamed up with him. We're working with Brad and him as one. We're not competing against each other. When I go down to Florida, we're going to sit down and he's going to help me build us out and build Brad out. That's what's going on. It's not about a competition. It's about us getting the correct information out to all you guys and all his folks, all you Froganites, and working together as one to be more powerful. Where the other people that do this, they say they're friends, but they're actually competing against each other. We will not be doing that. We will be the first of the kind doing what we're doing. The CONMEX rules should end any day with the silver, far as I know. I seen that in Whiplash's thing today, but he is really caught up on the Bitcoin. Here, he just messaged me. 10 minutes. He said he's 10 minutes out. He's traveling back from about a 5-hour ride. So 10 more minutes. We can stay on here and take questions till our buddy Tim's going to come on tonight and talk to us about what he's done this weekend, where he's been, and how this, how we're going to join as one team. And let all you guys know that we're working all together, not apart, not trying to draw each other apart, but actually bringing us together. Because like I said earlier, 1 and 1 makes 11. Can you imagine all his listeners, all our listeners as one, us sharing direct information with them sharing their intel with us, then we're all one. And then we have, other people working with us as well. So it's very powerful. It's very strong. And the other people are scared to death in their boots about us. I'm just being honest with you. Because they know we're coming together as one. And it's the honest to God truth. You'll find out who Tim is here in 10 minutes. How's that? I'll let him tell you who he is. He's our new best friend. Let's put it this way. Linwood sat in his Rolls Royce. And he sent me a picture of it. Okay, he's good friends with Lynn. He's good friends with a lot of people that I need to be friends with, and he's going to introduce me to build our network out. Do you follow what I'm saying? Real people with real connections to help build our network out. And it's going to freeze some people right in their tracks, what we're getting ready to do. but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay what we're going to do with us, because we're working together under God to get the word out. That's the biggest thing of all. Yep, that's awesome sauce, and that's what we think too. And we get Tim on here. I'll let him talk about it a little bit. And Tim is the guy that, if you know Brad, that little talk show, he's the guy behind it. Okay, he's the guy behind the talk show. Tim is the front man. He's the back man. That's all you got to know. He's the one that puts it all together, and that guy gets on there and tells it. They both do the research, and tomorrow night we're going to try to actually have Brad on with us, and do a call, me, Mike, and Brad together, and welcome everybody to all of us working as one. And tonight we'll get Bonafide on here in a minute. That's Tim Greer. That's going to help just settle the smoke a little bit on everybody, because we just smoked them all, if you want to know the truth. So bad that they're still getting the brown stain out of their drawers. It's called This Little Talk Show or something like that. Brad, he's huge. He's huge. They go out in the street and interview people. They're great. If you haven't heard about them, who on here's heard of Brad in This Little Talk Show? Have you guys heard about him? I'm just waiting because I know there's about a 15-second delay. People say they love Brad. Well, we're joining forces together, and it's a great thing to be with such a Christian man, and to bring us in to work with him and Tim I got goosebumps all over my body. It's an awesome opportunity for us, repeat, us, me and Mike with the Frog News Network, to grow our show, our viewers, and give them the greatest information, the greatest intel, and the greatest spiritual stuff that we can. I think it's just absolutely great. Yes, Brad is great. Yep. And Tim is the man behind the scenes, and his nickname is Bonafide. Yes, Brad Barton. That's his name. We're going to be teaming up with Brad and Tim, and with our shows, and not combine them, but work with each other. Okay, work with each other to grow and share information, and all kind of other stuff. And where he'll introduce me to some people down in Florida that's going to probably surprise all of you when I do the interviews.
Y'all have to understand, some of the stuff we've been talking about tonight is in lieu of us remaining on social media platforms as alternative media. There's been some great voices in the Anon community that have come to share truth that were censored along with 19. And having lost those voices, those roles had to be filled. And a lot of people have tried to fill those roles and failed miserably because they didn't understand the spiritual aspect as much as the real Anon community did. People like Praying Medic, who I don't agree with everything he says or believes, but I do believe that he was a truther. Praying Medic was a great one. X22 that's still going strong is a truther. These guys have worked their butts off to get the truth out to the audiences that they have. And yes, some of them have benefited financially from it. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's not used in a way that the demonic will of the devil, in order for it to intervene with what God's work is doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm trying to communicate with Tim right now. Do you?
All right. I can't see y'all's comments. It's too small on my phone. Let me see what I got here. I think July, August will be long before Nassau. Nassau will be long before that. Could be July though. Who knows?
Okay, Tim's backstage. I'm gonna bring him on.
All right, so I'm in the dark all the time, guys, because I'm on the road. I'm traveling.
Okay, there he is. Bonafide. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, man. I was telling everybody before you came on, don't know how long you've been on the stream. This is Tim Greer, him and Brad. I told them all. I made a video last week and I forgot to say we instead of I. And a lot of people got confused and thought Mike was out of the picture, but it's we, us, and you guys are coming together as one to try to get out the truth under God's name and come together and build it that way. Isn't that correct, sir?
Exactly. Man, we are not here to divide at all. We are here to team up. Our power is in numbers. And that is just, well, we've been dealing with this Jezebel spirit that's been going around behind the scenes, let's call it, stirring up stuff. And it's the exact same thing. That people trying to divide you and Mike, just running their mouth. We're not dividing anything. We're not dividing, period.
We're coming together as one, as God would want us to, because we're more powerful in numbers, correct?
Oh, yeah, most definitely power in numbers.
And guys, they know Brad's show, but what they don't know is Tim is kind of the man behind the scenes. Yes, he gets on the show once in a while, but he's behind the scenes, I wouldn't say running everything, but helping with everything. How's that sound?
Just like I'm going to help with you guys.
Yeah, and God bless you for helping us.
Here's the way I look at this is, if let's just say we got sponsors coming at me, and I'm going to make sure, basically, a union. If a sponsor does you wrong, then there ain't no reason for them to come talk to me.
Right.
And if they do you right, you're gonna refer them to me. The same goes with people, let's just say stirring up stuff, causing problems. If they cause you a problem on your show, they ain't coming on it. Any of the shows that I represent, there's a lot more than one.
Yeah, I understand that. We're trying to build a network of people to come, not just me and Brad. Tim wants to build a whole network because we are the new news, whether you guys know it or not. And this is the way the new news is going to be coming out in the future. And Tim already knows that. And Tim is ready to help people do that if they're true to what they do. And like, I don't know if you've seen the beginning of the show, but I will start out by.
I was driving in.
Okay, so let me share what we did. And I think it was imperative that we straightened out the people trying to divide us. And then I went through my life story and was completely transparent about everything that happened in my life. And Mike did as well. That way, when people try to bring up stuff, because the evil demonic people will try to bring up stuff that's not true about us. So when we do that, you're upside down now. But what I'm saying is people will try to twist stuff. And we just both came out, we're transparent with our viewers, let them know who we were and what we stood for. And so when other stuff comes out, Tim, they'll know it's absolutely, satanic. It's lies. It's the evil side trying to break us apart. Correct?
Oh yeah, and they're coming in every direction. That's the reason I carry my arrest record with me. And where I spent all weekend at. There's some big things going on. There's some.
Yeah, I understand that. I didn't know if you wanted to say anything, but I think people got a little idea where you were.
I just rolled in.
Huh?
I just rolled in. I mean, we just sat down.
Where were you all weekend? Can you tell? That's his film guy. Howdy.
We were at Lynn Wood's place down in South Carolina. We spent 3 days there, 3 or 4 days?
3 days. 3 days there.
What an awesome man he is, a man of God, a man of truth. We
got a video coming out. He took us four-wheeling all day today. The man is the Paul Revere of today's time, period. There's no questions about it whatsoever. And I love him to death. I mean, he invited us down there.
Him, you know what I mean? He's absolute, tells the truth. And he's just an awesome
so give me an update on what y'all was talking about earlier.
Okay.
About being transparent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, basically we just went through our whole timeline, like Doug started when he was 9 years old, where he was from, how his life went from there to be involved in the Catholic Church in his youth and being saved, and how he ended up in Virginia and where he lives and what he did when he was in Virginia, and the type of work he has done. And he's not always been a righteous man, but neither was a lot of people, but he has found his way. He knows God has ordered all of our steps. And the only thing we can do moving forward is be as obedient as we can to those steps.
Absolutely. That's why we feel like it's time to be
perfect.
Transparent. God first, family second, job third. That's just the way, and that's the order things go in. Isn't that right, Tim?
Yes, exactly right.
And go ahead, sir. You're kind of breaking up a little on me.
I am. Me or Mike, or both of us? Hey.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I turned my Wi-Fi on my phone when I got here. Is it better now, or do I need to go
out?
And
it's better.
All right. Mike's there.
Yes, sir.
Mike's still here.
Mike, you got to read the text message I sent earlier?
Yes, sir.
I sent him over what you sent me.
All right. We're going to keep that on the DL tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to get a few more things together. Here's what I want to do. From what I understand, we are not the first who've had these problems. Matter of fact, I've heard there's a few of them out there. Basically, if you don't do or go by what she says, then therefore she talks crap about you behind your back. We have proof of that because she's so stupid, she sends text messages.
Can't erase them.
But nope. So
all lies will be revealed. The truth will come out.
So what I'm going to do tonight is, if you have a problem, if you have had a problem, if this lady has been on your show and left with a problem, has talked behind you, if you have a text message, I want you to send it to me. And we're talking about Kirsten W. Am I right? I don't even know her name.
Yeah, that's her. All
right. First thing I want to do is address her and let her know that Lynn Wood absolutely don't want to have nothing to do with you, lady. All them bugging us with the phone calls and the text message, can you get me in? Can you get me in? Lynn Wood would have absolutely nothing to do with you because you are crazy. Do we have that clear? Somebody, you talking to somebody on there?
Yeah, my roommate just walked in. I just said hi.
Right. It's clear. It sounded clear to me.
All right.
I don't want to get too much into it, but I was told, with things like this, you normally just let them pass.
You do.
And you just don't mention it again. But when you attack my integrity and lie about me, then I'm going to expose you.
That is the reason America's in the shape it's in, because people don't stand up. I ain't sitting on a pack of BBs, and I'm going to call her out. So here's what I'm going to do. My email address is bonafidetruth777@gmail.com. bonafidetruth777 bonafidetruth777@gmail.com. Anybody that has had a problem, if she has left your show, if she sent you a derogatory text message, tomorrow night, all the truth's going to come out. I was going to do it tonight, but I'm going to wait because
we're going to get a little more intel on it.
Do what now?
We'll get some more information from other people.
Exactly.
I'm not the only one that she's done this to. And, her claim to fame was in the 3 short weeks when she was with me, she's the reason that our show has exploded. God is the reason our show exploded. Exactly. She gave me a couple of ideas and bring me onto her show and absolutely abused me for 3 weeks. Blood pressure was sky high and I couldn't take no more. And I says, Kirsten, I just can't take this no more. It's better if we just part ways. And she went ballistic.
Well,
And
you know
and,
as
and I'm
well as
going to
I
tell
do.
you how strong this is, guys. I got rid of her. I was driving home from Norfolk over the bridge tunnel when I told her I couldn't take no more. I got home, parked my car, came in the house. It was about 3:30, and at 4:30, God sent me Tim. Now, don't you think my hand wasn't out there trying to touch the devil's hand, and I pulled it back and got rewarded and got Tim because he's a man of God.
She is here to divide us, period. She has stirred up between everybody and tried to stir up tonight between us.
Ain't gonna happen.
Telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Miss W, you ain't gonna believe where I was at this weekend, and I got the phone numbers you want, and you ain't gonna get them. Let's get that clear.
But you know what
All right.
Doug is?
You know, bugging. Nobody cares about your book. Nobody cares about your book. Period. Ain't nobody gonna read it. Ain't nobody gonna promote it. That's all you getting on these shows for, is so what you can get for yourself. What you can
That's
get for
exactly
yourself.
it.
All you want.
It's
Now,
all about her
sit
and
up.
nobody else.
Let me ask you a question. What has she done for you that didn't benefit her? Name one thing.
Not one thing.
Exactly. And everybody sees it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it.
Okay, so let me address
do.
this. Somebody said that I used the F word when I was talking to her in the email. I did. She made me so mad. I said, "What do you blanking want from me?" Now, I know that wasn't the nicest thing, but when people drive you crazy and drive you absolutely ballistic, sometimes things slip out of your mouth. I am not perfect. I'm being transparent. Yes, I said it, and I could get the email and send it to everybody that wants to be nasty in the chat and show you that I absolutely will apologize for that. And my next message was best for us to just go our own ways. And she went crazy when I said that. And then an hour and a half later, this gentleman comes into my life. And watch what's going to happen, because they don't want us to grow. They're part of the other side. Know what's going on.
Doug, I get to go and sit with the people that I sit with because I am transparent.
Absolutely.
Period. You can
And
open
you
my
can tell that's
closet
the way
door
I
is open.
am.
My arrest record is 4 pages long. Y'all can look it up. I don't care. You won't see one text message in my phone that I talk crap about anybody that I wouldn't say to their face. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And don't dare tell me that you out here trying to help people. That is, and bragging about it like you the one got all the followers.
Now, what I got out of that text, and I won't get into it, that she sent you, what she claims to be your friend for a long time in the message. But I ain't gonna get into the message. We'll show that tomorrow night.
She never spoke to me one time, and you know for a fact she didn't make it on the show but one time.
Yeah, well, when you scream at the people in the chat like they're crazy, no sense in putting you on the show no more. You're supposed to love your people.
Want to know why all the followers are talking negative about her, but then she claims that's her followers. Think about that now. I'm the one that brought all the followers, but why are your followers talking negative about me? I thought that was your followers. You brought them with you, right?
I'll go ahead and bring this up too. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'll bring this up. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, she went live. But last time you were on my show, after I met you, you came on live that night and we talked. You introduced yourself. She claimed on that show that we said that Scott McKay got arrested. We never said that. It came up in the chat, and she did that as her starting line with Scott McKay. Frog News Network says that you were arrested, and Scott goes crazy. Them scumbags, them lowlifes, they're not patriots, this and that. And as the show's going on, my Frogonites show up in the chat, and they just attack her they just destroy her. And she finally has to admit, Scott, this was just in the chat. This wasn't actually on their show. And I thought Scott was going to faint live on the phone. And the next thing I know, I got an apology from Scott twice. We're sorry, Mike and Doug from the Frog News Network. I'm sorry from Frog. And then about 6 minutes, and then the rest of the show went on. I went to go and record it. She had erased it. If anybody was watching that show live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was never going to bring that up, but when you go behind my back and try to backstab me and go and try to get things done, and you'll see tomorrow the message that she sent them about me, and that's why I'm being transparent. I was never but nice to that lady. She has some issues, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, you don't do exactly what she says. If you don't promote her book or get her in touch with somebody, if she's so big, what she need me to get in touch with them for?
Well,
I'm gonna tell
guys,
you something. These folks come looking for the truth.
bona fide.
And if you tell them the truth, they're gonna call you and tell you, hey Doug, come on to my house. I want to share some truth with you. Is that not the way it works, Doug?
Yes, sir. It is the way it works. What
If
you going to say,
tell the
Mike?
truth,
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, bona fide. I like the way you described it when you first came on. And you said you're going to deal with the Jezebel spirit. And
exactly.
Jezebel spirit is the perfect way to explain that, guys. And if you don't know what a Jezebel spirit is, you got a fine example of one right there in front of you. The one we've been talking about over the last 5 minutes. And don't let it be said that you set on, like Bonafide said, a pack of hot BBs and didn't do anything about it. Okay? Because that's what the devil wants you to do.
You're exactly right. Now, if somebody like me would have got on here and called her out 6-8 months ago, then everybody would know. And I discussed this on the drive home with my wife. Well, why don't you just leave her alone? Well, if that person was robbing you or talking bad about you, would you want me to take care of it? Oh, yeah? Well, these are my friends. We are here as a family, and you got to get that Jezebel out of the house, period. Or it's going to be stirred up in your own house. You there?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, that's why tomorrow we'll expose the text messages from her, and then we'll be just done with her. This won't come up no more unless she keeps attacking, and
I'm
then
gonna tell you one thing.
you'll probably hear from attorneys after that.
You know, I know one real good one.
Yeah, probably the best in the land.
Yeah. And he don't
I'm
want to
sure he
have
could
nothing to do with
recommend
her.
a real good one. But what I'm just saying is, guys, this is not something I ever wanted to do, or Mike ever wanted to do, or Bonafide ever wanted to do on a show. But you're not going to come here and smear my good name or Mike's good name or the show's good name. And you'll see tomorrow night the message will make your mouth drop.
Well, I like the way Bonafide is saying it too. You know, if you brought us all the followers, why are they all talking shit about you?
Exactly.
How did I gain
Exactly.
10,000 followers in the last week if you brought them all and you were fired a week ago? Subscribers.
Yeah.
God bring them. You didn't bring nothing but hectic into my life and anxiety.
I'm sure this is going to get out.
Oh, I'm
Matter of
sure
fact,
it's going to get out. This will get 150,000 views right here.
Matter of fact, tomorrow night, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a phone number right here on the screen. Everybody going to text her and make sure she's here to watch this. So she'll get what? 16,000 text messages at one time.
Yeah, he's got her text, but he's got her phone number.
Hey,
Not
she
me.
ain't
He's
playing
got
with
it. I
her.
didn't give it to her. She texted him
Yep,
about me.
exactly. Want to know why I'm over here supporting y'all?
Supporting the truth,
That's enough.
not lies and discernment. I mean, being deceiving people.
That's enough time on that Jezebel tonight. We'll find out. What's going
Okay.
on tomorrow.
So okay, here we go. Let's discuss this. How was your weekend at Linwood's?
Man.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yep, we went to church this morning.
All right.
Played with the puppies. Went four-wheeling. And to be honest with you, man, that man right there, I don't know how to describe him. I mean, he is as transparent. He has got the best staff. Invited us to go everywhere. We went out to eat a couple times. Had the people cook for us. Treated us like kings. I'm talking about we are staying in mansions.
Right.
And as far as intel that I can tell you, we believe that there are going to be 8 big cities that's going to fall. And these 8 cities are run by Democrats, which most cities are run by Democrats. Okay. The best advice I can tell you is if you are a Christian and you believe in Jesus Christ, I suggest you have a plan to get out of the cities. Because when some truth comes out, they're going to be some very mad black hats.
Absolutely.
They're going to destroy these cities just like it's Babylon. And I believe that is what the Lord wants done, is these cities to be destroyed. So
Well,
you are what's that story in the Bible where I know the Bible, but I don't know the addresses. So this is my Bible guru right here. The story where they had to leave the city and he wasn't supposed to turn around and look, and his wife.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Y'all better leave them cities and don't look back.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say the names because they'll come after me, but you know what cities are run by the Democrats that's run them in the ground, that's run them in the crapper for the last 50 years. You know what cities you live in. It's time to get out of there.
If you own a house in the city or whatever, I would just have a plan to go somewhere. I promise you, you do not want to be there. I promise you that. Unless you're one of them, you know.
Yeah. No, I want to be on the right side of God.
Yep. And I believe this.
Let me interrupt you for a minute. Ken Walls wants to come on. Mike, you want to bring him on?
Hey, man, that's all. I'm good with that.
All right, Ken, I'm going to send you a link.
Hey, Bonafide.
Yeah.
So these 8 cities are going to experience Babylon. So essentially what we're talking about is the scare event that we're getting ready to have.
Well, here I'm going to be honest with you. I was sitting in church this morning with Lynn, and they was talking about how God judged areas, you know, the world, that's basically it's saying. So I don't feel like that he's going to judge the whole United States. He's going to judge these cities, and he's going to let them destroy it. And the way I feel about it is let them destroy it, because we as Christians will go back and rebuild this.
Absolutely.
Let them destroy it. Let them take Washington, D.C. down to the ground. Fill the swamp up with the buildings.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. It's all Satanism.
I mean, you think
all the
about
symbolism's already there.
Let's
Tim.
just take this for instance. Let's just say if Los Angeles completely fell to the ground, who would miss it?
Nobody.
Would you? Nobody. New York City. If New York City fell to the ground, I mean, really, think about the sin in these cities. If these 8 major cities was destroyed, would we miss them? I know I wouldn't. I could care less.
Well, you from down south anyway, country guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome Ken Walls to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My coach, my mentor, my friend. Welcome to the show, Ken.
Hey, man, thanks.
I've been talking to you.
Yeah, man, I've been talking to you. How you doing,
Hey,
man?
can you teach me how to talk right?
Don't worry, I'll send you a link for that. I got a link for, like, there used to be an app. I got a link for that. And Ken's course will tell you how to get that southern drawl out of your voice. Just kidding.
Y'all gonna teach me how to do that.
You don't want to lose that, man. That's your
he's special, man.
That's your signature.
Yeah, I'm special.
You gotta let that roll.
My bus was about this long.
I know we said we won't go say nothing, but some stuff came down today that we had to expose somebody in it, and I let him do it.
I heard.
And that was going to be kept quiet. But when you see tomorrow night, and I'll share the information with you later tonight, Ken.
Yeah.
What this person did, you're going to know why we went public.
And from what I understand, there's a lot of them out there. So we're gonna give everybody the opportunity to.
He gave his email out. He said he's going to put her number on the screen tomorrow, so everybody can tell her that. He's a beast, man. We're
Hey, I'm gonna
putting the
share
hammer
this.
on
I'm
her
gonna share
tomorrow.
this over to my.
She's probably on here now since I'm sure somebody in here that went.
Well, she's not gonna get a link to come on. She'd probably cry
No,
in the chat.
I'm talking about she's on here listening.
Yeah, you know she is.
Don't go. If please just, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna try to do the Trump thing, just like he did with them boys down in Georgia. He got on the phone. He said, if y'all do the right thing, we're going to straighten this election out. He begged them. Y'all do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her do the right thing and just quit bugging us. I know she ain't. She's probably already texting now, to be honest with you.
She goes to sleep at 8 o'clock, she says.
Does she really? She'll know
Yeah,
in the morning.
I think she has to go for the sunsets. What's the Dracula? Well, that's when the sun comes up. Is she just the opposite?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Look,
dude.
here's the number: BF4949. 867-5309 is the number you need to call tomorrow night to get on the
my
hotline.
That's funny.
Chop them up night here on the Frog News Network.
So hey,
We're having frog legs.
I saw some pictures, man. I saw on Lynn Wood's Telegram.
I ain't seen them yet.
Did you see a picture of my shirt by chance?
Yeah. Hey, look here. He told me, I'm going to tell you, man, when he gets to talking, he's got your shirt. And he told me he was going to have his security take a picture of me in that shirt.
Good God,
Don't worry about it. You're in.
I believe
All right.
him. He speaks the truth, man.
The only reason that wouldn't happen is if the guy didn't have to call him and tell him. You told me that, and matter of fact, somebody said a rumor about you over there. And I straightened that out too.
Yeah, they said I spoke bad about Lynn. Never in my life. Well, a man of God, why do I speak bad about him? But that didn't last long because he believed the truth.
Yeah.
You know what? Whenever you're doing anything big, the haters come out of the woodwork, man. It's just the way it is.
There's paid haters after us right now.
Wow.
Hey, Doug, have you got me on Facebook?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that video I put out today
What was it about?
on my Facebook? It ain't but about 20 seconds long, is it?
What was that? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That was the one where you walked up to Lynn and said, "Is that a mask you're wearing?" And you pulling on his skin around his face, pulling on his hair. Is that fake? Is that real? He goes, "No, I'm not wearing a mask, but somebody is."
Yeah.
That was really. I was surprised he let you do that, and security didn't jump you when you got close. Because he's got a screw of security guys.
Yeah. Wow.
He's well insulated, wouldn't you say?
Oh, there ain't no doubt about it.
Hey guys,
We got
I've got
four,
to jump
but-
off.
Okay, man, Mike. I'll give you a holler later or tomorrow. Be careful
Mike,
on your
good
way
seeing
home,
you,
brother.
man. Or not.
See
I
ya.
guess I didn't see you, but good hearing you.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow,
Where
brother.
you going?
He's out of town and he's got the kids and they're in the hotel room, so it's time to put them to bed. His phone's probably dying. But he's right with me, and I made it very clear that he is with me and he's 50-50 partner. I apologized when I made the video and said I have a new partner, and I said I instead of we. Was the biggest one word I've ever made a mistake, and I apologize because everybody started to say, "Oh no, Doug's run off with Tim and he's done with Mike." No, Tim is the person
Yeah.
that helps other people. He helps Brad. He's helping me to develop a network of people that can be trusted and put out the real news. That's what he wants. That's what Tim's doing. Okay. He's the man behind the scenes, and God sent him to me and Mike. Ooh, let me recruit Mike too, to build our networks out and come together as one, because that's from a person higher above wants that to happen. And that's what Tim's goal is. Is that correct, Tim?
Yeah, you keep on putting the truth out there. I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to help you. And
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
what I
other
intend to
people
do.
are too. A lot of other people are too.
Okay, that's
You
cool.
have to put my name out there somewhere because the friend requests keep on coming in now. I'm
Right.
Facebook famous, by God.
gosh.
Yeah. Y'all know these people right here? I want you to look at this right here. Now. I want you to look at
He
this.
said, you knew these people right here.
That is the biggest phone I've ever seen.
That look at all the requests. Them are Frogonites. Tim,
That is
them are
funny.
Frogonites. Hey,
That's in
Tim,
the
does Linwood like the name Frogonites?
Yeah, he loved it. I told him about your deal with the Bible. Man, he likes to look like he's seen a ghost.
Well, if you guys
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
tell
the
you,
frogs are in the Bible. They break.
Which
Listen.
one of you's Moses and which one of you's Aaron?
So listen, from what I
Now,
heard,
y'all, this is Danny, and he's
Danny,
a camera
hi.
guy.
Hey, Danny.
And we went there last night. We were so tired. I'm behind this advertisement. Are they paying you something?
well, I'm making pretty good money. Let me take that off there then, 'cause I don't want to upset you whatsoever.
He said, I'm behind this advertisement.
Where's the fiddle at?
You're making me laugh.
That is
This
funny.
video, hold on. I'm trying to delete the overlay, so just give me a minute. You're making me laugh so much I can't do it.
Anyway, we were
That's
going to
that.
get Danny.
There you
play the
go.
fiddle.
Motified.
We were
Now
gonna
we
get
can see
Danny to
all of
play
your
the
big
fiddle.
water head.
I wish somebody else send me a friend request. Y'all keep on messing my screen up.
Let them know you're Frogonites too when you sending that.
Frogonites.
Frogonites, we're strong. They
Hey.
fight for me. If you would have seen in the chat, you would have seen that people stood up for me during when she did that live that said we said Scott McKay had been arrested. They said all my Frogonites said no, he didn't. Why would you say that? Why would you make that up about Doug? And then next thing you know, he had to apologize about the whole thing. Then they erased the video because it was bad for Scott and her. He might not be talking to her after that because that was bad.
Hey, did you see what Miranda 524 said on here?
What?
It says Doug and Bonafide get in touch with Mel K. Kirsten did the same exact thing to her. Completely.
Oh, I've
Take-
heard a lot. Let's just
She done it to Vandersteel too.
We're gonna find out tomorrow night.
She did it to Vandersteel.
Well, see, Vandersteel used to do a show with her for a year and a half. Vandersteel used to be on. She used to work for Project Venator, Venator, whatever the name of that is. You know where they do that inside video stuff. She used to work over there, and then she started her own show with Kirsten. I guess before she was institutionalized, but.
Wow.
Because she's went off the deep end. She did it to Charlie too. She has done it to everybody that's ever jumped on with her has been in every video. You won't only hear my name anymore, but you'll hear I did. This goes out to Charlie and all them that did me wrong. She goes on and on about it in every one of her lives.
That is right. What about Charlie Ward?
I don't know if Charlie, but I know for sure Mel K, and I know for sure Ann Vandersteel. I'd love to get Ann, if you could get in touch with her, get her on here and straighten that out as well.
He probably don't know. You don't know Ann, do you?
Why wouldn't he know him? If he knows Linwood and Gerald Flynn, what makes you think he don't know Ann Vandersteel?
It's a joke.
He knows everybody, man.
Like he's like, I'll call her right now.
He's probably got her on speed dial. If he can, he'll just get on there with Flynn and get the phone number.
That's funny.
He knows all them guys.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just, I was
Now, hold
lucky
on,
God
we
sent
don't
him to
find
me, man. He really did to help our show and promote the truth. And that's the honest to God truth, the whole thing about it.
Oh, wait. Oh, that was you. That was you sending me a message.
Well, me.
Hold on. I got everybody coming on trying to send me a message. Them old Jezebels trying to get amongst me. I want to tell y'all something.
Preach
Y'all
it,
sitting
brother.
right here.
Preach it, brother.
I'm a married man. I know y'all want me.
You are
Look
the
here.
truth.
I'm married.
In the way.
All y'all Jezebels, get off of my Facebook.
Oh, God.
That is too funny. I'm a
How
married
long you
man.
gonna be on here?
It's not here at your house.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're gonna get on here, and Danny gonna play the fiddle for us tomorrow night.
Devil went
All
down
right.
to Georgia, or did he? He was looking for a bind. He was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. He was trying to make a
Yep.
deal with Doug, but he wouldn't take that bar of gold. He gave it back, and instead, I got in touch with you. It's
That's
a
right.
song. That's what happened to me.
But in
Well,
all and seriously, this ain't no joke. I would, if I lived in a city. Do you remember the name of the 8?
The 8 cities?
Yeah.
Well, you named off some of them. New York, LA.
New York, LA,
Seattle, Portland.
Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Chicago. Is that 7?
I lost count.
Yes, the Florida event is outside, so my big fat butt will be sweating.
It's under a tent.
Well, the VIP should have air conditioning under the tent.
That's right.
I'm big, man. I'm gonna need to be cooled down a little bit.
Is Kirsten Doug, is she gonna be there?
No, she's got a slightly smaller event in Gettysburg
On the same
that she
week
was
or the
begging
weekend?
you to bring Linwood to.
Yeah. I don't think she got his number.
BR5409.
Dude, you got
I
the
tell you
new
what y'all
website
do.
up there.
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
I
all right?
put it in about 20 times. I'm gonna put it again. You know how many people subscribed already? About 400.
I was gonna say, I'm so glad I turned that over to you. That my email would be on fire right now.
I can tell you without a doubt, there's 50, 100, 200, 300, 350 people have signed on for the newsletter already.
Wow.
And that's not counting how many people just went over there and looked.
Ken, you got to give
we
me
might
one
have
of
to
them
turn the
newsletters.
bandwidth up on that thing.
What was that? I didn't hear you,
I said, you
Bonify.
got to give me one of them newsletters because I've got to tell some people some things.
Well, we'll get that up for you. He could be your ghost rider if you want.
I can help with all of it.
This man
Well,
right here is going to get rid of our technical difficulties.
He's gonna get with him. I'm gonna put you in touch with Ken and get your
He
website.
got my number. I got his number.
Look, I got his number right there.
Well, show him that you built them websites you built, man. That man knows what he showed me how to live stream on my website tonight, man. So when we take, well, let me just go on. If y'all stuck on this long, if you stuck on this long, I might as well tell you what the news is. Linwood has agreed to come on our show and do an interview. Casa Tim, okay, but we can't have him on YouTube or Facebook, so we have to stream it directly to the website, which Ken was kind enough to show me. Well, I try to destroy the whole thing tomorrow playing with it.
Well, I'm gonna. I told you I'll be there, man. Let me help you. Let me help you the
I
first
don't know
few
why
times.
he can't get on YouTube. The only thing he's going to do is tell you about Jesus. That's all they're going to do.
That's all I want. That's what my listeners need. They all need Jesus.
Every day.
What's wrong with that?
You went.
Hey, if they want to see it, everybody on here needs to go over to your website right now and get subscribed, or they will miss that.
I'm putting in there. Oh my God! I put the. I copied and pasted the back office in there. I mean, the backstage. Wrong one. Let me give y'all the website. Y'all ain't coming in. I goofed.
How many people can we get up here?
What's that? How many people are on the stream?
16,000.
How many's on here now?
Looks like
15.9. We was at 17 at one time. For an hour and a half into this, that's pretty darn good. Here's the Frog News Network, guys, and not the back office. I'm sorry, Janelle, you can't come into the site.
Ken, what you doing up this late?
What's that?
What you doing up this late?
I've just been sitting here working, man.
We night owls. Your job don't start till after midnight in this business.
No, I'm about to wrap up, but I know I've been working. I had family stuff all weekend with my little girl, my wife, and I took Doug's new website live today, right before the show.
What's the name of it?
His website?
Yeah.
TheFrogNewsNetwork.com.
We're live.
The Frog News. Okay.
Hey,
The
look,
Frog
so
News
look, let me
Network.com.
share. You know what, Ken? Let me just share that page
There you go.
and
Yeah,
show
I want
everybody
to-
what we got here.
There you go.
Let me share this, guys. We are live as of tonight on our brand new website that my buddy Ken built for us. Can y'all see
It's
that? Can y'all see that?
Yep.
I can't
What do you
read it,
think
though.
of that, Bonafide?
Y'all bona fide.
Look at that. Huh?
Hey, hold on a minute. I'm gonna get all amongst you. The THE.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you in chat.
ROGNE.
No, don't do that, Doug. Don't show all that. Everybody can see that.
Oh, my bad. What did I show? I don't even know.
I don't know. I just wanted to remind you were sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me close that out.
Hey, Doug, go go on my Facebook and share that video today.
Well, if I can't do it while I'm sharing the screen because it shows everything. But I just wanted to show you guys, this is where we can go right here. And in this little spot right here will be where we go live and from StreamYard directly to our website. You won't be able to comment, but you'll be able to get the content that cannot be censored, okay? We are the censors to our content now. This is very powerful for what we're about to do. From what I understand, Tim's going to get with Ken and get a package similar to this, if not better, and he's going to go from there.
Hey, Tim.
Am I back now?
I'm at 5,000 friends already. I'm gonna delete somebody and add you, okay? On Facebook.
Well, how nice.
You're getting hammered with friend requests. You even gonna see me come through? Because if you don't accept right away, I will get hammered.
Get back on Facebook.
Hey, let me tell you,
coming in with some intel.
Let me tell you how I decide on who I'm going to delete from Facebook. I go over and I search for Joe Biden's page.
Yep. And if they're in there, they're off.
And then it tells me all my friends on Facebook that like the Joe Biden page. And I just go in and start picking them off. Like, see ya.
I just messaged my buddy that's ex-spook, see if he wants to come on for a minute.
Ex who?
Spook. CIA. He got great intel. So he's really a good guy, Jeff. He messaged me earlier, but we were about a little bit into the show. So he had sent me something. I hadn't had time to read it. I don't know if he's on somebody else's show or he can jump on, but everybody loves Jeff, man. He got that slow draw. He explains things real clearly. And he's got some. When is Mike coming back? Do y'all want his personal phone number or what?
Tim, I just sent you.
Where's Mike?
Tim, I just sent you.
His phone ran out, guys. He had to go with his family.
You in like Flint.
Right on, brother. Right on. I am being hammered with friend requests all of a sudden. How are they?
Well, we got Froganites in control now.
Lord have mercy. How are they getting through? I'm at 5,000 friends. I don't know how anybody's sending me.
Well, we got people,
they can follow my YouTube channel, but gee, I can't. Wow.
Hey, listen, my buddy said he wants to come on. We're bringing Jeff on, my intel guy.
Oh, nice.
If you don't got intel, he's got some opinions that are fantastic. Let me send him that. And Jeff will come on. He'll have his big cigar. And he'll let you know what's up, man. He's my bud, right? This show's only going to get greater and greater and greater. See, somebody said I supported Doug's pool game in 2005 when I was breaking people as a pool player.
What is that? What is that? Tell me about that.
Flag on my wall.
What's that?
The South Carolina flag.
I
got you. I bet you got a double barrel shotgun in the corner.
Well, I ain't supposed to carry none of that stuff right
now.
Oh,
okay. Well, something that shoots tennis balls.
My wife, for some reason, my wife collects them.
Your wife collects them?
Yeah. It's very odd for a woman to collect that many guns, but
yeah, I don't know
that's
why.
what she wants. I get her one for her birthday, but every 4 weeks.
Oh, that's
let's wait for Jeff to come in. But it's been quite the day. I've had quite a headache dealing with all this, guys. The last couple of days have been very challenging, especially after I couldn't even. I'll tell you the story. I told y'all, but I'll tell my listeners. I heard that you had to have a star on your license to get on a plane. It's like you get your fingerprint done and the TSA approves you to get on that's really against your constitutional rights. But I heard that, and then I was like, I'm going to have to turn my ticket back in and drive to Tampa. Then I found out that don't go in effect till October. So I'm good to get down there. Bonafide gonna pick me up from the airport. All right, let's get Jeff on here.
Hey, I want to name my.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
Mike.
name my
Mike, you
famous
came back on?
Yeah, man. I just had to drive the family back to the hotel.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Jeff said, here comes Jeff. Hey, Ken, can I get 5 people on here?
Yeah, you can have up to 10 actually.
Here we go. We got 5 people. There's Jeff.
Now, hey, real quick, Doug, there's another button to the left of the where you click the screen layouts down below the video. Click the other one. Nope. No, there's 5 little buttons across the
Right.
bottom, right underneath the video.
I gotta find me something.
Maybe it's 5. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons.
Okay.
And below that is everybody's video.
So it shows the possible layouts. There's
Right.
another click. There's another layout to the left of the one that's highlighted right now.
It's just helping me. You can be done 10 grand.
It
I'm
just
not
will make
seeing it.
all the videos bigger. That's all.
It's not doing it. We'll just have to deal with that. That's no big
Yeah.
deal. I'll go back into the training. I'm sure I'll be schooled. But Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you guys
I heard
doing?
you have some possibilities, some scenarios, and some ideas you might want to discuss. Look like
Yeah,
you woke
so-
up from a nap.
So I got this interesting flight that's going to take place tomorrow. There's going to be a flight leaving from Andrews Air Force Base that's going to be a chartered commercial airline. And the tail number is UAL 2578. And this plane is going to be leaving. Now, this is a 737. So somebody, I'm guessing the United States government, has chartered this flight. And it's going to be going from Andrews to Gitmo. And it leaves at 10:25 in the morning and scheduled to arrive at 1:45. So that's going to be interesting. Now, I don't know, did I explain my theory on how something may play out?
Yeah, you did. I think that's the one
Okay.
Ken wanted me to click on. But you can explain it for our new listeners what you think's about to happen over at the G7, because it just makes it. First of all, did you see the video of Biden inspecting the troops on artificial turf when there's
No.
natural grass at Windsor Castle?
No, I haven't seen that one, but the other video kind of shocked me a little bit.
Hey, I want to talk,
at the airport.
I want to talk to Jeff a minute.
Go ahead.
I shared what your thoughts was about somebody being arrested over yonder. Mr. Wood, was it today or yesterday? Today.
Last night. Actually.
Last night, and he said that that could be he didn't ever think of that, but that could be very well possible. It was pretty cool that you said that, because he hadn't thought of it.
Well, here's my rationale for it.
Okay.
Yep.
So when this plane took off from Andrews, and we'll say allegedly took off, supposedly took off, however you want to play wordsmithing, it did not change the transponder from NA01 to Air Force One until the plane got into international waters. Then it switched over to Air Force One. So I reached out to a couple guys that are still in a few agencies, and they said that would be for security reasons. And I was like, well, that's a bullshit answer, because there's security concerns within the United States airspace. That makes no sense. The only thing that would make sense to me is, if my theory is correct, at some point in time, the United States military would have to recognize this person as commander in chief. So in order to do that, you would change 28,000, which is the tail number of the big boy, to Air Force One. That way, they would establish that, okay, we're going to acknowledge him as commander in chief. Now, the way I think this is going to break out,
Jeff, real quick question.
Sure.
When did the second aircraft, the Escort, join the AF-1?
Once it got outside the 12 nautical miles of the United States, so it would be considered international waters.
So at the same time that they changed it to AF-1, the Escort joined it.
No, the Escort was already with it. The tandem plane was already with it. But the one that was designated as NA-01 had changed the transponder to AF-1.
Gotcha.
And you could only see it, them doing that live. They have since scrubbed it from any flight databases.
Well, Jeff, do this for me because a lot of
Sure.
listeners maybe wasn't on the other night when you shared this intel. So what is your theory about what's going to happen at the G7? So our listeners would know.
Yep. So when I seen this, this was another trigger that I figured, okay, I'm going to lay these parts out. So if at the G7, you have the world news media there, okay? So if they were to do an operation to arrest an individual within the United States, it would be hard for the world to be able to see it if the U.S. news media does not carry it. So if you're in an overseas location, you're on foreign soil. This would allow for the U.S. military or alliance militaries or Interpol or any particular country that would have an arrest warrant vis-a-vis the Ukraine for individuals. So the last thing that the U.S. military wants to do is to be known as the military that did a coup. So if we do it on foreign soil, because still the American people don't understand that Washington, D.C. is foreign soil. They know it's not a state, but they haven't been taught through our school systems that it's actually foreign soil. So you have the world news media there. That way, if they do an operation to arrest some individuals, because they've always said the first arrest would shock the world. Well, what better place to shock the world than if the world news media is watching individuals who tried to do a coup within our country get arrested? That way, if this EBS, the emergency broadcast, which is documented by the FCC, that if the United States military does an emergency broadcast and country or telecommunications companies do not carry this emergency broadcast, then they automatically lose their FCC license and the ability to transmit within the continental United States. So if the U.S. news media would then stop this footage, then it would authorize the FCC and the U.S. military to initiate the emergency broadcast system. And the former president of the United States, his hands are clean. He don't have to do nothing because the U.S. military took over. Now, it's my contention that sometime between election night and January 19th, the Insurrection Act was signed. And I wasn't physically there. I didn't witness anything, but
You can go back 4 days on the Federal Registry from the time it was posted on the Federal Registry back 4 days. That's when it was signed.
correct. Now, lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. All you have to do now, I followed politics for years, and with this or any president flying overseas on his first overseas trip, you would think that this would be front page news on every news outlet known to man. But if you go through any of the mainstream media, I mean, if you just go to CNN, you know, there's a small little article about the G7. They don't want anybody seeing what's going on at the G7. And then you are going to supposedly meet with Vladimir Putin, and Vladimir Putin comes out on Russia 24 and says, I won't share a stage with this guy. We are not doing a joint press conference. It's not going to happen, you know. And then, what was it, Doug? I think I told you 6 days ago, Sergei Lavrov comes out and tells the Russian people that they kicked the Federal Reserve System out of Russia. They went to their currency, which is the ruble, and the kopeck is backed by gold, and if the Russian people want to wire money to and from Russia, you have to go through a third party because the Russian banking system will no longer operate with SWIFT. And then he dropped another bombshell that Russia, and this is rich, I mean, this, you can't script this, that Russia was going to take the United States to the UN Security Council for crimes against humanity, for forcing their citizens to get a jab. And then they said they were also going to, or I'm sorry, that was to The Hague, but to the United Nations Security Council, because the U.S. government has arrested 400 plus people for the January 6th event and not giving them due process. So, you know, whether anybody believes anything or not, use your own discernment. The puzzle pieces align. Nothing in this country is correct. Nothing. And just when, you know, here's the other interesting thing. Supposedly, Air Force One left Andrews Air Force Base at 9:33 for Biden to go overseas. So it's a 7.5 hour flight to Mendenhall. That's without having the Secret Service get everything in detail to get the traveler ready. How in the hell can he be on my TV set at 4 o'clock Eastern time giving a speech? Mathematically, it's impossible. And then when you look at the crowd behind him, no one in the military has name tags, no rank. The people who are wearing COVID masks that are in uniform, anybody who's been in the military would tell you, when the commander-in-chief comes to visit and there's a ceremony, everybody is wearing the same uniform. Everything's uniform. If it's not, it's a sign of disrespect. And then as you're watching the video, you see these two kids running back and forth on the bleachers. Secret Service would never let that happen. So none of this makes 0 sense. None of it.
No, it doesn't to me at all. And maybe we are getting ready to see something here.
Well, and the thing too, the key is, see, I was of the belief that something was going to happen to prevent him from going overseas. Just for the simple fact that they would have to designate that plane the way they did it. But now that he is over there, that would be one heck of a time to execute anything if that's the way the cards are to be played.
Absolutely. I'm trying to I'm going to show this fake video of them, if I can, how the people were at. Go ahead and keep talking. I thought I had one.
Hey, Doug, I want to say good night to everybody. I wanted to jump on and meet Tim, put a face with a name. Tim, it was great meeting you.
How you doing?
I'm leaving.
Hey, I'll tell y'all something. We got some intel coming in.
Oh, wow.
Well, we can't see what it says.
I know that. We're gonna
Come
reveal
on.
it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Oh,
She done pissed a few people's off.
He's doing a teaser. He knows a little bit about the game.
come on now. Screenshot that and text it to me, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you what he sent me, and you can chew on that, and you'll know why tomorrow night show's coming.
Oh, okay.
Gonna be good.
All
Gonna be good.
lies will be revealed.
Yep.
We
Make
just
sure
if
don't
I
get
send you
cut,
that,
let
you
it
can't
know.
say anything about it. That's all.
I won't do
I
that.
trust you
I know.
exclusively.
I know. All right. Hey, gentlemen, thank you for having me
Hey.
on. Tim, we'll
Don't
talk
forget,
soon.
I want you to work on my rescuethekids.org here for
You got it. Let's chat. Let's chat tomorrow.
All right, then.
I'll give you a holler.
I gotta get
Jeff?
home myself.
Yep.
What's that?
Nice meeting you, Ken.
What'd you say?
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, well, I think
No, he
nice
was
meeting you as well.
What'd he say? What'd you say?
Yeah, Bonafide, what'd you say?
I'm gonna have to go home to the bed myself. I've been driving all day.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Hey, we'll see you guys. Doug, thank you, brother.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
Hey, we're gonna get out of here.
All right. So hold on a second, guys. Let me just end the show, Jeff, unless you got anything breaking.
Nope. We're good.
All right, Mike's already checked out. So, guys, if we just help one person tonight understand what's going on, we feel like we did our job. Do you know what I mean? God wants us all to come together as one. And that's the power of these shows that we do. And it's in God's favor because we're coming together as one, fighting evil. You know what I mean? And that's why it's so strong. And we love all you Froganites. Tim, would you close us out in a prayer tonight?
Yep. I'd show my bald head. God, we ask you to protect all of us here. And we ask you to show us the truth. We are truth seekers, and we want to see the truth. We can handle the truth, Lord. I ask you to protect all the Froganites. Give them wisdom. Give them discernment. Let them know who is telling them the truth and who is lying to them, Lord. And I ask you to look over our president and everybody under him. General Flynn, Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, all these people. Lynn Wood said today, if there's anything I could ask you for, is just to pray for him because he is under attack. And Lord, I ask you to just keep your hand on this nation and remember that you do have some Christian people here that are still here for you. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right. Amen. Thank you, guys. God bless all you. Thanks, Jeff, for coming on real quick.
Thank
We'll
you.
be in touch, but we'll talk to y'all later.